guys, it's Ahmer here. So today, I decided to make an announcement. We are going to try and add another full set of video games into my massive video game collection. So with having a full and complete set of Nintendo 64 games, I knew that there was one that I also wanted to get an entire library of. Over 700 games I am trying to add to my game collection. So today we're going to talk about this full set of Super Nintendo games that I'm trying to add. So let's go ahead and check this out. So as I sat down and thought about this, I wanted to decide which game system I should actually collect for and which one I already had some of the major heavy hitters for. So I decided that it would not be impossible to try and go for a full set of Super Nintendo games and try and add them into my collection over time with updating you guys along the way. So this is something that I really wish I could have actually shared with you guys when I went for my full set of Nintendo 64 games, because that was something really fun. I really enjoyed it, and even though some of the games are not that good, I was still excited to try out some of them, at least so that I could say that I played some of the games, and some of them I actually learned to love. So I really wanted to take another Nintendo system and go for the full library, and yes, that includes over 700 games for this Super Nintendo system set that I'm trying to go for. And I figured, what a better time, as I've had a couple recent pickups that have definitely kind of shaped and molded this idea that I've had. So, what do you guys think about this idea? Do you think that there is an easy way to go about this? Is there something that you have done in the past when you try to go for full game sets? So I do have a couple full game sets, but they're not nearly as much in the library of the Super Nintendo games. So I decided that I would actually have a little cheat sheet here, more like a packet. I decided to print out every single Super Nintendo game in alphabetical order, as I have actually put together that shelf where I have all of my Nintendo games and Super Nintendo games, and I decided that I would go through this packet here, try and get everything alphabetized on the shelving units that I put together, and just kind of highlight and check off as I go on. And I really like this particular list because it does show some of the average prices, of course loose and complete in box. Now these are a bit outdated from what I found online, so it'll be shocking to see if I can get them for an even better deal than it was a few years ago. So this is a pretty massive list here of over 700 games, and I do have some of the fun ones out of the way. Like Earthbound, I have that complete in the big box. I have it with the strategy guide, the scratch and sniff cards. That thing is just going for crazy amounts of money, so I'm glad that I have that one out of the way. And then I do have a couple loose games like Hagane and some of the other ones that are definitely over hundreds of dollars. So I'm pretty excited overall to kind of start with what I already have, and I'll have to kind of update you guys a little bit later on my full Super Nintendo set. And then, of course, if we go along this journey finding video games, kiosks, displays, banners, signs, anything else, that will definitely be an added bonus. So, of course, what got me started on this journey was actually a buddy of mine found his old Super Nintendo and wanted to kind of help me out. So, right here we have this box full of Super Nintendo items that he just kind of gave to me. So here we have the system itself for the Super Nintendo. So I'm hoping that we could go ahead and make some money, kind of help him out, kind of help me get started in this little journey here, and just use all of this to my advantage. So here we have the system, we have this fight stick right here for the Super Nintendo as well, the Super Advantage. Everything just needs to be cleaned up a bit. And then we have some controllers. So we have a couple different Super Nintendo controllers to add with this system here. Of course, we have the cables and everything that we'll need to go ahead and bundle this. And then in this game set, we already have a few of these in the collection, so I'm pretty excited to add some of these into my own personal collection to go ahead and kick off this insane little collection that I'm trying to accomplish here. So some of these games we have, of course, we have Super Mario All-Stars and Super Mario World. So this is definitely a fun one, definitely one that I recommend, as it kind of has all of these games jam-packed on one cartridge, and that will definitely help sell this console. We have this Donkey Kong Country game, one of my favorites. I think I have the full set of them on the Super Nintendo. So as I go over this list, I will definitely have to highlight some that I really want to start out with. Then we have this copy of Super Mario World. We even have The Wizard of Oz. And then some of these right here, we have Gradius 3 for the Super Nintendo. So some of these fun kind of shoot 'em up style games. We have F-Zero, which is a blast every time that I play it. I loved it on the Nintendo 64. This is definitely one of my favorites right here. Then we have The Lion King. Of course, we have that challenging section that I can never get past, but this one is definitely a classic, as a lot of people had these Disney games back in the day. And then even some Turtles in Time, one that has definitely held its value and kind of is up there if you're just starting out and collecting video games. So this is one that I was so excited to find when I first started collecting for the Super Nintendo, and this is definitely a blast every single time that I play it. Then we have these games right here, which I don't have in my collection, so I'm pretty thrilled to add these. Some of them are just your generic sport games. We have Roger Clemens MVP Baseball. We have this one, Sterling Sharp End to End. We have some Super Play Action Football. And then we have these two right here. We have UN Squadron. And then we even have this one, which I'm pretty excited to try out, because this has been in the case at one of the game stores that I go to for some time. So glad that I'm getting it in this lot. This is Super Ninja Boy. So I'm not too sure about this game right here, but I'm definitely thrilled to go ahead and start out with these 5 games and add them into my personal collection, and just kind of go over the amount of games that I have and kind of show off some of my favorites along the way, and just show you guys how I actually go out there and collect for these systems. So hopefully we could go ahead and start out, bundle some of these games, bundle some of the system with these cables and everything else, and hopefully make a little bit of money so that we could jumpstart into this. So I'm very excited to take you guys on me with this little collecting journey that I'm doing, and trying to go for a full Super Nintendo set. So of course, let me know in the comments below, what are some games that I definitely need to find if you already don't think that I have them in the collection. I know that I have quite a bit of Super Nintendo games, but I'm nowhere near the 700 and some that I need to complete this set. So of course, let me know in the comments below what you guys think, and thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out my other videos, and stay tuned for more.